Friday. I'll explain coming up.
Plus, Governor Inslee is visiting Yakima today to find ways to address some of the major problems facing the city. And parents of students in the West Valley School District are demanding answers from administration after continued reports of bullying happens across the area. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to the weekend. We're about a minute away from 6 o'clock on this Friday morning. I love it.
That it's Friday?
Yes. But we were talking about an hour earlier. It's getting harder and harder to get out of bed.
Oh my goodness. It really is.
Yes, because I'm in a cocoon of
warmth
covers and warmth, and it just feels so cozy. And when my alarm goes off at 2:30 a.m., I'm not pleased to be getting out of bed.
My cat has one of these window suction beds on the window, and he has been choosing to take the cat beds on the floor, the comfy,
Sure. The ones you actually spend money on.
Yes, and so the window is super cold, and so he's been choosing the nice cuddly bed instead, and I don't blame him. I would also. So.
Well, yes. So, anyways, we're going to be wanting those cuddly, cozy spots more even this weekend as it cools down even more. Let's take a look outside at our lovely Skycam right at Geese Stadium. Not too many folks out on the highway. I think everybody's staying cozy, Riley. As we move along in our morning hours, we are going to see just chilly temperatures. We're right around that freezing mark. Ellensburg, Yakima. Other than that, we're in the mid to upper 30s for most of our cities. We did see a little bit of shower activity roll through Hermiston. We do have an alert day again. Overnight, we're going to be expecting very chilly temperatures. Overnight lows will be in the mid 20s for most of our cities, so very cold conditions. Our highs today, though, are going to be, well, what they have been, mid to upper 40s, and we're staying in the mid to upper 40s for the foreseeable future. Plenty of sunshine today. Should be gorgeous. Light winds as well, maybe around 10 miles per hour, a little bit of a breeze at times, but still a very nice day ahead. So do get ready for it. As we move into our weekend and our next work week, pretty much staying the same. Bitterly cold overnight, well below average, staying dry for the weekend. I'll have all that in my first alert weather forecast coming up, but right now it's going to send it back to Riley.
Thank you, Jason. Washington Governor Jay Inslee is scheduled to be in the Yakima Valley today to talk about his Climate Commitment Act. Participants in a Department of Commerce pilot program to install solar panels and other energy upgrades in low-income households are set to meet with the governor. Also on the governor's itinerary is a tour of the Yakima Valley Crime Lab with a focus on clearing the state's evidence backlogs, as well as 2 housing facilities aimed at working with the homeless population to get connected to services. Commercial power developer Zeno Power has made a major step forward in its long-term project towards bringing more energy to space after the project's first phase was completed at PNNL in Richland. Zeno Power's Z1 demonstration is the first commercial strontium-90 fueled heat source that has been built in nearly 40 years. The company works to harness the power of radioisotopes that have the potential to turn heat into electricity and supports major space and national security missions. The partnership with PNNL allows Zeno to use of its radiochemical processing lab. Now that the Z1 demo is complete, the next step is to develop and complete the heat source fabrication in 2024 and finally make it available to customers in 2025. The Yakima County Sheriff's Office is investigating a vehicle crash after they say one man died after hitting a semi-truck in Sunnyside. Just after 1 p.m. on Tuesday, authorities say a car being driven by 25-year-old Junior Angiano was going east on Van Bell Road and entered the intersection at Bethany Road without stopping at the stop sign. Angiano crashed into a semi going south on Bethany Road. Authorities say he died at the scene. The driver of the semi was not hurt. Parents and members of the community are concerned about bullying in the West Valley School District. Some say these concerns have been going on for over a year and that it's time for the school district to do something about it. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell explains what is being said and what the school district is actively doing to stop it from happening.
The September 26th West Valley School Board meeting was an emotional one. The focus, bullying and harassment.
Pulled her out today. She'll be going homeschool. And it's a dirty, rotten shame.
Parents and caregivers who spoke up at that meeting say while some of that bullying did occur online or over text message, most of it happened right here at the West Valley Innovation Center.
Months of my child enduring this and it escalating as far as this student telling my son, quote, "You are so annoying. Go home and get your dad's gun and put it in your mouth and shoot yourself," end quote.
Parents saying they're getting delayed or non-existent responses from school and district officials, now asking the school board for help.
I urge the school board to take an aggressive approach to addressing the bullying.
School board officials said they were unaware of those cases, but they would have the superintendent look into it.
So there will be repercussions.
No, I'm not going to assure that there will be repercussions. What I'm going to assure you of is that Dr. Finch is going to look into this and report back to us about what's going on.
We are here and listening. I agree that safety is the number one priority for our students, and we will follow up.
The response at the October 10th meeting, a one-page document condemning bullying, explaining the training they receive on investigating those reports, and detailing the process for others to make reports, but nothing about the specific cases. I reached out to every one of the board members, got referred to the board president who referred me to the superintendent who is out of the office. I was then referred to Assistant Superintendent Stacy Drake. I called, emailed, and then showed up at the district office, where I was able to speak to her briefly. She told me she had received my messages and was in contact with the superintendent and that he would be able to speak to me when he returns on Monday about the school's policies on bullying, but that information about the individual cases is confidential. I was also able to sit down with one of the moms who testified at the school board meeting, and we'll hear from her as we continue to dive into this story. In West Valley, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Tune in next week to hear more from the parents who are speaking out about what is happening in the district. Royal High School hosted Connell for Thursday night lights last night as a serious need for more referees is impacting the season's schedule.
Obviously, it's something we don't prefer to do, but we need the referees. These people that are referees do it because they love the sport. They're not doing it for the money. They also spend time away from their families and stuff to do this, so it's a great sacrifice that they make too.
According to Connell High School's athletic director, this is the third game this season that had to be moved to accommodate referee schedules, and they're hoping for more people to sign up to keep those Friday night lights on. Royal High School's assistant principal says you don't need a lot of experience to officiate, but you do need to love the sport and spending time with kids.
After coaching for 30 plus years, I decided to flip over to the officiating just to get involved with kids, stay up to gauge what's going on, and give back to the youth of the high schools and the middle schools. I've learned a lot in officiating. It actually benefited my coaching too, in a way.
You can sign up to become a referee. Several organizations around the region help train game officiants and connect them with local schools. The Kennewick Public Market is inviting the community out for a Halloween bash this weekend. It's a Socktober charity event providing a safe indoor space for the public to celebrate this weekend. At this charity event, if you purchase a pair of socks or shoes at Hot Deals Liquidation in the public market, they're going to match all donations. The whole market is decorated and ready for indoor trick-or-treating. There will be a bounce house, axe throwing, pumpkin painting activities, a costume contest on Saturday, and a blindfolded chocolate eating contest on Sunday, just to name a few of the activities. The market, which opened last summer, is also now in its stage 2. The public market is located at 10 East Bruno Avenue in Building C in Kennewick. There's also going to be some Halloween fun at WSU Tri-Cities tonight. Billed as a family-friendly event, Tri-Cities Halloween Fest and Movie Night will offer trick-or-treats and activities from 6 to 8. Tonight's film, Scooby-Doo the Movie, is set to start rolling at 8 outside of Collaboration Hall at WSU Tri-Cities campus in Richland. The Richland Fire and Emergency Services Department Operation Warm is heating back up after a hiatus due to COVID. The program helps elementary schools in Richland give coats to kids whose families may not be able to afford one. This year, the program collected over 1,000 coats to give to several schools, with Jefferson Elementary the first on the list.
We go out and we get donations from local businesses here in the city of Richland, and with that money that we get, we go out and we purchase coats for kids that need them. The way we select the children is we go through the schools that use the most government-assisted lunches, And then we start off with them. Jefferson Elementary was number 1 on the list.
The kids got a new coat for the winter season and were even able to pick their own style or colors. Animal shelters and rescues are at full capacity all over the Tri-Cities, and there's one in Kennewick that needs your help. The Benton County Canine Rescue has fallen almost 6 months behind on picking up strays due to the fact that few are adopting animals at the moment. The shelter is offering affordable adoption fees that include a spay or neuter, a collar or harness, a bed, and even a bag of dog food.
Our adoption fees are $95. Most animal control facilities will be on the lower scale of adoption fees. Reason being is because since we're budgeted, we can afford to lower those prices.
The Benton County Canine Shelter is located at 1116 Grant Place off of Canal in Kennewick. If you're interested in adopting or fostering an animal, don't hesitate to call the local shelters. Apple Valley News Now and Windermere Group 1 have partnered with the Benton Franklin Humane Society to showcase all of the great animals in their care. The Humane Society is hosting their biannual Operation Best Friend Adoption event today from 11 to 4 p.m. at their shelter. You'll be able to meet their team, tour shelter facilities, and possibly meet your new best friend. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Brr, as we're entering the final weekend of October. My goodness, we have chilly conditions, but sunny conditions on the way. Let me get you ready for your weekend and my first alert weather forecast coming up.
Plus, as daylight savings time approaches, it may be a good idea to keep some aspirin nearby, as a new study shows it could impact your health.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $1,500 purchase allowance on the 2024 XT5 and XT6 when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
Exciting news! US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen and action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man, it's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
Now you can get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Bruno! Bruno!
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $389 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Friday morning. Well, it's almost time for a time change, and that could be a literal headache. Most of the U.S. falls back an hour when daylight savings time ends November 5th, next weekend. An expert from the USC says it's hard on the body. He says it's a good idea to have migraine drugs or painkillers on hand for headaches. Other issues include seasonal affective disorder and sleep cycle disruptions. To help, he suggests exercise, morning time outside, and light therapy. Well, tomorrow is the Drug Enforcement Agency's National Drug Take-Back Day. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., law enforcement agencies across the nation will provide a safe place to dispose of unused drugs in order to prevent possible drug abuse. Coming up, the lawyer for the Alaska Airlines pilot believed to have tried to cut the plane's engines mid-flight is saying that his client was not under the influence. And I'll return with your first alert weather forecast, going to get you ready for your weekend. It's going to be beautiful but chilly. That's coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich with fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage. Well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Take a trip back in time at the Uptown Antique Market. Nearly 30 individual vendors with an amazing variety of inventory. From furniture to clothing, housewares to home decor, memorabilia, and much, much more. New inventory arriving daily at the Uptown Antique Market in Richland's historic Uptown.
Luke Bryan and Peyton Manning host the CMA Awards live November 8th on ABC.
Sponsored locally by Ranch and Home. When you think of holiday shopping, think Ranch and Home.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $20 on the BGA 57 battery blower. Real STIHL. Find yours.
Football season is here, and More Furniture has amazing values to watch the game in style. This power recliner with plush, durable fabric is on sale for only $2.99. You can't beat a deal like this to kick back and take in all your favorite fall sports. Well, actually, you can beat it when you buy two. Outfit your living room with two recliners for only $4.99. Choose from two color options, and we'll ship them for free. Only at More Furniture.
I think they like each other.
I'm Charles. Lunch?
Vanessa, I like lunch.
Give in to deliciousness. Buy one craveable classic and get another one for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Monday night means football on Apple Valley News Now, as the Las Vegas Raiders head for Detroit to battle the Lions. Las Vegas takes on Detroit, followed by a special primetime edition of Apple Valley News Now. Watch Monday starting at 5.
Next live, Kyle Richards from Real Housewives and Caroline Ray. Plus, Live's Halloween show is coming.
And here comes the broom.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
It's the greatest harvest on earth. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday, everyone. The weekend is here. Hope you're enjoying your morning so far, and hope you have a wonderful weekend planned. A few folks out on the highways this morning. Everybody getting a slow start to the morning since it is so darn cold. And yes, we do have that alert day again today. Just getting ready for the first freeze of the fall. And we're going to be seeing even cooler temperatures tomorrow morning at this time. We've had a little bit of shower activity roll through the northeastern part of Oregon. Maybe Pendleton will get just the last vestiges of that rain that has already gone through Hermiston. We also had a little bit of snow to the south of Pendleton. But other than that, we're going to be seeing that move along. Maybe a little bit more cloud coverage for the Blues this morning. Other than that, clearing out, and we're going to be looking at clear skies into your Saturday, into your Sunday. Good news if you like the sun, but bad news if you don't like cool temperatures, because there's nothing to hold in any of the warmth of the day, and that means very chilly overnight periods. And we are getting cool temperatures churned in from the north, and that will continue for your weekend. So that is why we are so chilly for this time of year. Also in the red, takes up most of Montana into the southeast of that area. They are 35 to 40 degrees below average. So it could be worse. So freeze warning, midnight tonight into 9 a.m. tomorrow. That doesn't include the Yakima or Kittitas Valley areas. The rest of our regions, though, are within that region. But it is going to be freezing for all of our areas overnight tonight as we, again, get a little bit cooler. Right now, we're in the mid to lower to upper 30s, all over the 30s this morning. Very chilly. Make sure you bundle up. Give yourself a little extra time to get that condensation off your car if you are outside. So our highs, look at that. Not much of a variance for the week ahead. So that is well into our next work week with highs in the mid to upper 40s for all of our areas. We are routinely 10 degrees plus below our average for this time of year. So not too much wind this morning. Could see around 10 mile per hour breezy conditions at times. But besides that, we're going to be looking at pretty much light winds for the next couple of days, if not for the week ahead. So no real wind events are on the way. All right, let's get to our highs today. And it is chilly, mid to upper 40s. And again, as I said, get used to these conditions. It's going to be sticking with us for some time, at least for the week ahead. We could be seeing a little bit of a warming trend as we get to the first weekend of November. This is our last weekend of October. Can you believe it? All right, mid to upper 40s, maybe breaching 50 degrees by Wednesday for Yakima. Halloween, partly cloudy skies. Going to be chilly though. Frost on the pumpkin with those overnight lows, that chilly. So make sure you add a little bit of padding into your costumes or your kids' costumes to keep them warm this year. In the Tri-Cities area, 48 or 47 for the week ahead. Plenty of sunshine for your weekend and into the beginning part of our next work week. Overnight lows getting above the freezing level Wednesday late night into Thursday. Good news there. A little bit of cloud coverage holding in the warmth. So for today, for your Friday, as we head into the weekend, highs mid to upper 40s, plenty of sunshine, a little bit of shower activity this morning, Hermiston, Pendleton. Other than that, a beautiful but chilly day is ahead.
An attorney for the off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot who was accused of trying to shut off a plane's engines mid-flight says he was not under the influence at the time of the incident. On Thursday, 44-year-old Joseph Emerson made his first federal court appearance in Oregon on a charge of interfering with a flight crew. His attorney says he was not under the influence of intoxicants when he boarded the flight and that Emerson was not suicidal or trying to hurt others. Court filings in the state case against Emerson indicate while in custody this week, he told an officer he took magic mushrooms 48 hours before the incident on Flight 2059. Emerson also faces 84 state charges of attempted murder. On Thursday, Emerson waived his right to a preliminary hearing in his federal case. An arraignment is scheduled for November 22nd.
He is grateful for their timely and heroic actions, and especially with the flight attendants, they were very kind and they were very understanding. We would also like to say that, and he would like to reiterate that he had no intention to harm himself or anybody on the airplane when he acted.
Alaska Airlines has since relieved Emerson of his duties and service indefinitely. A district court judge in Idaho has denied a request to dismiss a grand jury indictment in the Brian Kohberger case. Kohberger is the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in an off-campus home in November of last year. His defense argued that there was an error in the instructions to the grand jury, saying it was misled as to the standard of proof required for an indictment. The judge said he was constrained by settled Idaho law and that the request would have to be brought to a higher court. Kohberger faces 4 first-degree murder counts. Not guilty pleas were entered on his behalf. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, if you're still trying to figure out your Halloween plans, we'll give you a look at some of the year's hottest Halloween plans coming up.
Even good drivers get hurt in accidents. If you've been injured in an accident, find out what your rights are. Call Alan Brecky Law Offices at 735-0546. Cases handled on a percentage basis. No charge for initial consultation. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
Next Extra, life before Traylor. We're digging up their dating history, from Taylor's breakups that turned into songs to a single Travis playing the field.
I got to pick between 50 different women.
Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds, advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security on your devices, Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited Spectrum Mobile line, and the Xumo Stream Box, free when you add Spectrum TV. Call 833-976-4999. With Spectrum and Xumo, all your favorites are brought together in one place. Use the voice remote to search across live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular streaming apps to watch what you want faster and easier than ever. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
It's Shark Tank's first
Sharkoween.
with a hauntingly great new guest shark, Jason Blum.
I have a lot of scary experience.
Shark Tank tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Bruno! Bruno! Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $389 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum.
Alan Brecky Law Offices is familiar with the everyday pain and worry of victims injured in accidents. They understand what you're going through and have the resources to protect what is rightfully yours.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Friday morning. Well, Halloween is just days away, and if you're still getting your plan together, we'll give you a look at some trends for this holiday season. The National Retail Federation says that Americans will spend more than $12 billion on Halloween this year, a new record. If you're shopping for candy, be ready. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, candy prices are up about 13% this year, partially due to a shortage of cocoa. And the most popular costume of the year, you probably could make a good guess. According to Google's Frightgeist search website, the clear number one is Barbie.
We had over 50 Barbie-related costumes this year and have added 20 new ones for 2023, and that's including Barbie Cowgirl, Rollerblade Barbie, and the Barbie box for women and girls. And we also have a bunch of stuff for Ken too, and all the Kens.
So if you're looking to go traditional, you're not alone. Google says after Barbie, the top costume searches are some old favorites: Princess, Spider-Man, Witch, and Fairy. Coming up, the search continues for the man believed to have killed 18 people at a bowling alley in Maine just 2 days ago. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Jeffrey B. Higgs is now seeing patients at Prosser Orthopedic Center, providing sports medicine and orthopedic care. His services include arthroscopic surgery, sports injuries treatment, shoulder instability, rotator cuff and replacement surgery, knee reconstruction, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Higgs, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Welcome to Avira Auto Sales, your buy here, pay here family-owned car lot. We have a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with low down payments. We work with you to get you approved. And now until the end of summer, mention this ad and get $1,000 off your purchase. So come see us today at 3310 Main Street in Union Gap, next to the Union Gap Food Mart, or visit us online at aviraautosales.com.
Affordable? Yeah, we got that. Stylish? Got that covered too. Quality? You can bet on it. And during the Veterans Day sale at Furniture Row, you'll find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, dining groups, bedrooms and kids' beds, and mattresses. Plus, decorating your home just got easier with 4 years, no interest. And to salute our armed forces, all veterans and active duty military get a special in-store offer. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The Veterans Day sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
The manhunt grows as the man believed to be responsible for the murder of 18 people in Maine continues to evade authorities. And as tensions build in the Middle East continues to rise, the U.S. has deployed troops overseas to protect the nation's interests.
And more chilly conditions throughout our areas, but with more sunshine for your weekend and even, well, colder conditions as well. I'll get you prepared.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. It is 6:30 on the clock and it's Friday morning. I hope I'm the first to welcome you to the weekend.
And it is a chilly start to our weekend, especially chilly here in the studio.
Yeah, it is. It seems to get a little cooler as the morning goes on.
Definitely.
But just feel good. We're not here tomorrow morning or Sunday morning because it'll be even cooler outside.
Even colder.
Let's take a look outside and chilly conditions throughout. Make sure you're bundled up as you're heading out the door. And we're looking at a very beautiful day today, but still very chilly. Here's our current temperatures, and we are right around that freezing mark. Still a little bit above it, but we have breached it a few times for a few of our cities overnight, and we do expect those cooler conditions to continue into our weekend. It is an alert day. We just want to get you prepared for the first freeze of the fall, and we're going to see freezing temperatures for the next couple overnight periods, if not well into our next work week. So as we look at what we can expect today, we are seeing quite a bit of sunshine, mid to upper 40s. And again, mid to upper 40s will be the name of the game for really the week ahead for our temperatures. So chilly conditions overnight, mid to lower 20s by tomorrow. So just get prepared for all of that and hope you have your household and your outside ready for these cool temperatures because they really are not going anywhere. So bitterly cold overnight tonight, well below average for our highs and our lows, and staying dry for the weekend. I'll get you ready for all of that coming up in my first alert weather forecast, but for right now, I'm going to send it back to Riley.
Thank you, Jason. Wednesday, the Senate approved an amendment that would make it easier for veterans with mental illness to bypass background checks when buying weapons. It's a sign of how little appetite there is for gun control legislation in Congress at the moment. The measure is attached to a package of annual spending bills that hasn't passed the Senate yet, but could next week. 3 Democrats joined Republicans in supporting the amendment, as did independent Senators Angus King and Kyrsten Sinema, who caucus with Democrats. King is the former governor of Maine, where more than a dozen people were killed and dozens of others were injured in a mass shooting Wednesday evening. The suspect in the case is an Army reservist who reported mental health issues in the past. And continuing on that ongoing manhunt for the suspect in the latest mass shooting in America, law enforcement searching the woods and waterways for 40-year-old Robert Card, the suspect accused of killing 18 people and wounding 13 more at a bowling alley and a bar in Lewiston, Maine. Police have collected more evidence in this tragedy, giving insight into the suspected killer's actions. ABC's Ike Joji is in Lewiston, Maine with more.
Overnight, investigators appearing no closer to catching Robert Card, the Army reservist wanted for the deadly mass shootings in Maine. Heavily armed police surrounding a home associated with Card Thursday night. Loud bangs ringing out through the neighborhood as police shouted for Card to surrender. ABC's Aaron Katersky was there.
And a number of tactical vehicles and troops come in, drones, helicopters, and our reporters there heard calling out commands to say, come out, calling the suspect by his name. And the suspicion was that they may have had him surrounded.
But nearly 2 hours later, most of the SWAT teams leaving the property. Police say Card opened fire at a bowling alley and nearby restaurant in the small city of Lewiston Wednesday night, killing 18 people and injuring 13. ABC News learning Card's sister told investigators she thought her brother may have been going after an ex-girlfriend at the bowling alley. 2 counties still under shelter-in-place advisories this morning. Schools and businesses are closed as far as 50 miles from the shooting scenes.
Everybody's scared. I mean, nobody is used to having a shooter in Maine.
According to sources, investigators finding a suicide note at Card's home addressed to his son. It did not provide a motive for the rampage, but contained bank information and what are described as rantings. Card this past summer was treated at a mental health facility after reportedly hearing voices and allegedly threatening to attack a National Guard facility. It appears Card was thoughtful about eluding police. He left behind a cell phone, which authorities have recovered, but apparently Card suspected the phone would be tracked. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Lewiston.
Tensions in the Middle East are on the rise, and so is the death toll in Gaza. As the war between Israel and Hamas escalates, there's calls for Israel to allow aid into Gaza. The U.S., meanwhile, is boosting its presence in the region. Roughly 900 American troops are being deployed to the Middle East to provide more protection for U.S. forces and interests overseas, according to the Pentagon. The deployed forces are coming from Fort Bliss, Fort Sill, Fort Liberty, and Fort Cavazos. Israeli military officials say they are preparing for a ground offense against Hamas following the militant group's fatal attack on Israel earlier this month.
Approximately 900 troops have subsequently deployed or are in the process of deploying to the U.S. Central Command area of responsibility. I can confirm that they are not going to Israel and that, again, they are intended to support regional deterrence efforts and further bolster U.S. force protection capabilities.
This latest conflict between the Israelis and Palestinians has caused more than 1,400 deaths in Israel and nearly 6,000 in Gaza since the start of the war, according to officials from both sides. Some leaders of the European Union are calling for a humanitarian pause in the war so that much-needed aid can be brought into Gaza. The United Nations says aid efforts are hindered by a lack of fuel in Gaza, while Israeli officials say Hamas is controlling the supplies. ABC News has been unable to verify the Israeli military's claim. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Hey, the weekend is here. We have chilly conditions, but sunny conditions to talk about. I'll get you ready for all of that. My first alert weather forecast coming up.
Plus, Michael Bublé is celebrating a new release, and while it isn't music, what he's selling may still make you sway.
A portion of the news is sponsored by Kubota.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees.
I'm a local B. I started painting houses, and here I am. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. And we're here to take care of everybody, even the DIYers. And so why shouldn't you do this by yourself? Because of our combined 15 years of experience painting homes in the Tri-Cities area. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 509-591-8160.
Bruno! Bruno!
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $389 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $3,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a TurboMax engine. See your community Chevy dealers.
We're kicking off our massive Black Friday sale early at More Furniture. Our showrooms are stocked and our warehouses are full with our best sellers and latest arrivals, all on sale. Now is the best time to get ready for the holiday season with incredible savings on the furniture you want, all ready for delivery. Get your home ready for guests, entertaining, and more, all in time for the holidays. Hurry in for the best selection or preview all Black Friday sale specials online at morefurniture.com.
Another fatal crash on
Alyssa Warner. She graduated from Walla Walla University, worked her first TV news job in Spokane, and brings the news home to you each night on Apple Valley News Now.
It's just one way Apple Valley News Now is on your side.
She's local and on your side.
At any point, you can encounter evil.
Young woman riding her bike gets abducted.
I kind of had to stop my jaw from falling.
What kind of person would do this?
Evil person.
The new 2020 David Muir, Deborah Roberts, tonight on ABC.
Welcome back, everyone. Singer Michael Bublé's newest release isn't a song at all. It's a drink. It's called Fraser and Thompson North American Whiskey. The 84-proof blended whiskey is bottled in Kentucky. The Grammy-winning artist says he created the whiskey brand with his friend, master distiller Paul Circa. Bublé says the brand's name comes from the Fraser and Thompson rivers in British Columbia. He spent summers there when he was a kid.
Shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I hate the way the bottle looks.
Oh my goodness.
I don't like that. But anyways, he just has a long list. A lot of stars have made big money off of there.
Very, very true.
Ryan Reynolds off of his gin.
I think The Rock has one.
I'm sure.
Tequila, I believe.
I do know that. The Breaking Bad stars, Aaron Paul and the main
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston, yes. They had a vodka going out. And so, yeah, it's a good way to make some quick cash.
Big industry, celebrity alcohol brands.
Exactly. This Mr. Bublé, please get a better label. I just don't like it. All right, let's take a quick look outside. If you like cold weather, you're going to like the weather coming up this weekend as we creep even cooler into the 20s for our overnight lows. That's next on your First Alert Weather Forecast.
And one of 2 fishermen that went missing off the Washington coast has been found after being in a life raft for 13 days. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Watch me. Watch me grapple, move, and pin. When I hit the mat, don't underestimate the grin. I've got state championships and medals to show. But it's about more than just winning. This you should know. Overcoming odds through therapy and care. The road was long. Now opponents beware. Watch me. Game-changing sports medicine at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
At any point, you can encounter evil.
Young woman riding her bike gets abducted.
I kind of had to stop my jaw from falling.
What kind of person would do this?
Evil person.
The new 2020 David Muir, Deborah Roberts, tonight on ABC.
Wake up, people! Rotten sleep means rotten moods, rotten backs, rotten health. Rotten breath goes without saying, but you're in luck. During the Veterans Day sale at Denver Mattress. Save $100 on all Aspen mattresses, or take $50 off any Easy Choice. Purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift, plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Kick that rotten sleep to the curb, only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
Monster Tacos are back at Jack in the Box, along with new spicy Angry Monster Tacos. Come and get them. We dare.
We dare you. Get 2 for just $3.
Yolks and McCurley, they do this food drive, which we count on every year, and we can never say thank you enough.
Come support McCurley Dealership's annual Hometown Food Drive. Together, we can all make a difference.
Next live, Kyle Richards from Real Housewives and Caroline Ray. Plus, Live's Halloween show is coming.
And here comes the broom.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
At Mattress Depot USA, we realize your top priority is to get a quality mattress at a great price.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good morning so far. Hope you're having good luck waking up, and hope you have a great weekend planned as well. Starting to see the first light of our morning, and my goodness, it's going to be a beautiful day today and a beautiful weekend. It's still an alert day, though. We're just getting you ready for the first freeze of the fall. Overnight freezing again expected overnight tonight. With these clear skies expected today, we do expect to see most of our lows in the 20s, so getting very much in the chilly department. All right, we've had a little bit of shower activity moving through Hermiston. Could reach Pendleton and be very light, though, if it does hit Pendleton. Could be a little bit of snow in there, especially as it moves south of Pendleton. But we're going to be staying dry today after this little bit of shower activity, and plenty of clear skies for your Friday and into our weekend itself. And you see there are no clouds for your Saturday and Sunday, but that means nothing to hold in the heat of the day, hence those cooler overnight periods. And we're going to be chilly all weekend into the beginning part, at least, of our next work week. Plenty of cool air being pumped in from the north, so we're just going to be seeing those chilly conditions continue. Still not as bad as that zone in the red, which takes up much of Montana continues to the southeast of that area, as we are looking at 30 degrees below their average, maybe even up to 40 degrees below their average. So chilly conditions throughout the west. We do have a freeze warning again tonight at midnight through 9 a.m. tomorrow, and that includes most of our areas, save for the Yakima and Ellensburg regions. So as we look into our currents, we are right in those mid to lower 30s for most of our cities. Hermiston, where that rain came through this morning, at 40, which is good news. We didn't want any snow to fall this morning. Do give yourself a little extra time, most likely condensation on your car if you left it outside overnight. So our highs today, we are in those upper 40s for the Tri-Cities, and that's more than 10 degrees below our average for this time of year. And all of our areas, at least most of our areas, will be seeing mid to upper 40s for the week ahead. Now our wind action, not too much wind today. We do expect mostly light winds. Could see it up to 10 mile per hour at times. A little breeze, just like we're seeing in Hanford. But we'll be seeing even lighter winds as we head into the next 7 days. So let's take a look at our highs today. Again, mid to upper 40s across the board. That includes Yakima Valley, Ellensburg, includes the Mid-Columbia, and a touch cooler today for the Blue Mountain region. 7-day forecast, and as we move along in our next 7 days, mid to upper 40s, maybe breaching 50 by next Wednesday, November 1st. Looking nice for our Halloween, partly cloudy skies, but still very chilly, so make sure you bundle up for All Hallows Eve. In the Tri-Cities area, upper 40s as well for the week ahead. Again, ample sunshine for your weekend, including Monday, but do be prepared for those very chilly overnight periods, getting above the freezing mark as we get to Wednesday late night, November 1st, late night into our Thursday. So for your Friday today, highs mid to upper 40s, plenty of sunshine, mostly light winds, just very chilly conditions overnight tonight and for the next few overnight periods.
Off the Washington coast, one of 2 missing fishermen who were aboard a vessel that disappeared in mid-October was found alive by a couple of Good Samaritans on Thursday. Madison Wade has the story.
A bright orange fleck bobbing on the horizon alerted a passing fishing boat. Someone might need help.
Yeah, I just saw something that looked like a life raft in the distance, and I see him waving his paddle around. And then he shot off a flare.
Ryan and his Uncle John were out early with friends on a fishing excursion that turned into a rescue mission.
It was flat calm, so he could see him. He had his last flare. He lit it there. We'd already seen him by then, though.
When they got closer, they snapped this picture. The man inside that raft is a missing fisherman from Westport.
We pulled him on board, and he was just overwhelmed. Like, he gave me a big hug and started crying, so it was kind of emotional.
John says he was alone on the raft for 13 days. No food or water.
Yeah, he caught a salmon, he said. But the fishing gear that they have in the life raft, that's quite the story.
It was fate or divine intervention that sent John to the exact spot where the life raft was.
We made him breakfast, got some food, water in him. I think he drank 3 bowls of water right away. He ate a couple of sandwiches. He was pretty hungry, the poor guy.
The U.S. Coast Guard initially searched, but eventually called off their search.
How he even lived through it was a miracle.
Help then arrived for the fishermen they found. The Canadian Coast Guard met up with John's boat to take the fishermen to the hospital.
There you go, buddy. Thanks a lot, guys.
With a wave and a thank you goodbye. Their rescue mission is over. A life once lost at sea, saved.
You can't make the... It made our day.
Not only did you all help him, but you literally saved his life.
Yeah, I guess if you look at it that way, I don't think it would have lasted much longer out here, that's for sure.
The second fisherman who was aboard the vessel remains missing. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, should teenagers let their parents track them?
It's great to see where all of my kids are all of the time.
The weight of the world is heavy for today's kids, and some in Gen Z are turning to an unexpected tool to relieve some of that stress: location trackers. Some using features like Apple's Find My and Snapchat's Snap Map. See where your friends are.
Children wanting to share their location with their parents is also another means of connection and them feeling protected.
Teens like Iowa's 16-year-old Emery Liddig say it's given them more peace of mind that their parents know where they are.
So when you're seeing constant news coverage of all these things happening, it's kind of hard not to be anxious constantly. It just makes me feel safer overall, knowing where my family is at all times and for them to know where I am.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the parenting advice you'll want to know. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the Ozempic Trizone.
Ozempic!
I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
I'm under 7.
Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease.
I'm lowering my risk.
Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
Ask about the power of 3 with Ozempic.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we can begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Washington Governor Jay Inslee is scheduled to be in the Yakima Valley today to talk about his Climate Commitment Act. He'll speak with participants in a Department of Commerce pilot program to install solar panels and other energy upgrades in low-income households. He'll also tour the Yakima Valley Crime Lab with a focus on clearing the state's evidence backlogs, as well as 2 housing facilities aimed at working with the homeless population to get connected to services. Commercial power developer Zeno Power has completed the first phase of a long-term project to bring more energy to space. Zeno Power's Z1 demonstration is the first commercial strontium-90 fueled heat source that has been built in nearly 40 years. The partnership with PNNL allows Zeno the use of its radiochemical processing lab. Now that the Z1 demo is complete, the next step is to develop and complete the heat source fabrication in 2024 and finally make it available to customers in 2025. Parents of students in the West Valley School District, along with members of the community, are expressing concerns about bullying. Several parents came forward at the September 26th board meeting saying they had concerns about bullying at West Valley Innovation Center and wanted to know how the school district was handling those complaints. Parents say they're getting delayed or non-existent responses from school and district officials. Normally tonight is the night where people head out to local high school football games, but some schools have been forced to play on Thursday nights due to a referee shortage. Royal High School played host to Connell last night, and while it's a bit unusual to have a football game on Thursdays, this isn't the first time Connell has had to adjust. Athletic directors are urging people to look into becoming a referee to help ease the load. An attorney for the off-duty Alaska airline pilot who was accused of trying to shut off a plane's engines mid-flight says he was not under the influence at the time of the incident. His attorney also says that Emerson was not suicidal or trying to hurt others. Court filings in the state case against Emerson indicate while in custody this week, he told an officer he took magic mushrooms 48 hours before the incident on Flight 2059. Emerson also faces 84 state charges of attempted murder. A district judge in Idaho has denied a request to dismiss a grand jury indictment in the Brian Kohberger case. His defense argued that there was an error in the instructions to the grand jury, saying it was misled as to the standard of proof required for an indictment. The judge said he was constrained by settled Idaho law and that the request would have to be brought to a higher court. Kohberger faces 4 first-degree murder counts. Not guilty pleas were entered on his behalf.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Welcome to the weekend. Chilly conditions persist, though we do have a bit of cloud coverage this morning, holding in a bit of that heat from yesterday, or warmth, I should say. We are still have an alert day today for that first freeze of the fall. All of our areas expect to be in the 20s as we get into your morning tomorrow, Sunday morning and Monday morning at least, as we see much more clearing on the way. A little bit of showers came through the Hermiston, Pendleton areas this morning. Those are moving though to the south, and we're looking at this nice conditions today. Plenty of sunshine today and through your weekend. Freeze warning for all of our areas, save for Yakima and Ellensburg regions. That's from midnight tonight until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So as we move along in our morning, we are looking at highs right around that freezing mark. Yakima, you've dipped below it at 30 degrees. Right near it for Ellensburg at 33. Chilly conditions throughout. Light winds mostly for our areas today. Could see winds pick up around 10 miles per hour or so, just like Hanford. A little breezy at times, but light winds expected for your weekend. Here's our highs today. We're in those mid to upper 40s. All of our areas, and that will continue for the next couple of days, if not for the week ahead. So pretty much what you see is what you're going to get temperature wise. Just kind of a look ahead for your Halloween on Tuesday. Upper 40s with partly cloudy skies, so looking to stay dry for your Halloween. Hopefully that holds. So for your Friday today, highs mid to upper 40s. Plenty of sunshine, especially as we get into our later morning hours, and a beautiful weekend, but overnight lows this weekend will be in the mid to lower 20s.
Thanks for waking up with us and watching Next, in your local news is back at 5.